Special meeting of the Board of the Education of the Chula Vista School District is now in order. All board members are present. Ms. Humphrey, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, ma'am. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes? The agenda, I'm sorry?
I move.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Oral communications. The oral communications portion of this special meeting will provide the public with the opportunity to address the board on items included in the agenda. Speakers are requested to limit their remarks to 3 minutes, approximately 390 words. Comments submitted by completing the request to be heard form, accessible in English and Spanish by the deadline of 12 noon on Tuesday, June 30th, will be read during the meeting. No board action can be taken. No comments were received under oral communications. Item number 4, approve, delay, or cease of exploratory efforts related to expansion of the middle school program through Arroyo Vista's charter school. Dr. Reyes?
President Farias, if I could have a point of order.
Absolutely.
This item, this motion, the way it's written, I'm gonna have to recuse myself, even though I work for Sweetwater, but even though I am the high school principal that has no feeder schools from Chula Vista Elementary. Both feeder schools are from a different district, so it really has no impact on myself. However, because the way the motion is written, and because of I am part of the leadership of Sweetwater as being the principal of Sweetwater, I'm going to be recusing myself from this motion completely. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reyes. Dr. Escobedo?
Just waiting for Dr. Reyes
Thank you, sir.
to leave the room. Okay. So, President Farias and Trustee, I come to you to reconsider a decision that we made before, which was to do exploratory efforts on expanding middle schools utilizing the Arroyo Vista charter. We do know that the community does want it, and we've done a survey of over 9,000 parents, about 62 to 63% definitely are looking at a middle school option. However, in light of what occurred last week or so, I'm recommending either delaying or completely seizing any type of efforts of expanding the middle school. I think what we need to do is really work with our partner, Sweetwater. We do know the majority of our kids do go to Sweetwater, and they are pretty much in a crisis situation, and we need to extend our hands of friendship, any assistance we can give them to really have that school flourish, that school district flourish, because our students go to that district, vast majority of them. And I would hope the board can reconsider the decision in expanding middle schools throughout our region.
Thank you, Dr. Escobedo. Do we have any comments or questions yet? Go ahead.
I would like us to say, to have it be a cease, and that if it is something we want to pursue in the future, instead of, we might continue to stop it and then see what the future holds.
That could be my motion. That we would have to do the public comment.
Okay. We have 2 guests joining us virtually tonight. Sweetwater Union High School District Board of Education President, Mr. Nicolas Segura, and Acting Superintendent, Dr. Moises Aguirre. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Segura.
So I appreciate you inviting us, and I appreciate you having us on the agenda, and we definitely support what you have on the agenda. And as Dr. Escobedo stated, that's exactly where we're at. We are in a crisis, and any help that anybody can give us, we'll gladly accept and appreciate. And I believe, with hopefully with the action that you'll take tonight, this is just to be the beginning of a great collaboration between our two districts. We really need it. That only benefit all our community, all our students, all our parents. And I know, as you stated, your parents through your surveys requested this, but we really need the help, and we look forward to working together even more going forward. And I know we have on a number of things. When I was with the leadership at IBW, you guys are phenomenal. We've achieved many good things there, and I just hope we continue and do that here with Sweetwater and Chula Vista like never before.
Thank you, Mr. Segura. Dr. Aguirre?
Thank you, President Farias. To echo the sentiment of Trustee Segura, we appreciate this token of good faith, of goodwill during a turbulent moment in our organization. We are looking forward to continued collaboration, and I personally want to thank Dr. Escobedo and the trustees for taking this item on and extending your hand of collaboration. Please know on our end, that is how you will be reciprocated. We extend our hand as well, because at the end of the day, we are one community. We share parents, we share students, we share community members. And so to that end, this item is greatly appreciated, and we welcome any and all collaboration and support moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you to the both of you. Do we have any comments received for this item?
Yes, we have 5 comments.
5 comments. Dr. Siusa, please.
First comment from Lucy Ugarte, community member. Good evening, board members and superintendent. My name is Lucy Ugarte, community member, parent of 4 former CBESD students, middle school teacher, 25 years. Back in April, I spoke against the plan to expand the Arroyo Vista Charter School and detailed reasons for my opposition. I was not the only person to speak up about the item. Therefore, I am very glad to see that there is a closed session item to approve, delay, or cease of exploratory efforts related to expansion of the middle school program through Arroyo Vista's charter school. I do hope that you all vote to cease the expansion of the middle school program. CBESD is a great K-6 district. Continued focus on what is already being done well in K-6 will only reinforce and make CBESD and the community of Chula Vista stronger. Suspending the expansion of the middle school program is what is good for students. Thank you for your time. Next item is from Julie Walker, President, Sweetwater Education Association. As president of the Sweetwater Education Association, I would like to commend you for the action you are taking tonight. When this was first brought to the board earlier this year, I expressed concerns about the efforts this expansion would have not only on the Sweetwater schools, but also on the students whose education might be compromised by not having experienced middle school teachers and counselors who understand the transition from elementary to high school. I encourage your district to take the time to truly investigate and provide real data about the effectiveness of your middle school program. Parents who may not have all the information may want to have their children stay in a familiar place. You seek to ask the question. You need to ask the question, are your schools providing the best education for your students as they transition to high school? I encourage you to collect the data needed to ensure that your students are doing as well as students who attend the Sweetwater middle schools you are pulling them from. I do not question that you honestly feel that this is doing good for your community, but what I hear from the teachers of Sweetwater is that the students are not fully prepared for the rigor of high school when they come from feeder district charter schools. Please make that careful study and base your decisions on data and not popular opinion. Do what is right by our students. Julie Walker, Sweetwater Education Association. Next comment is from Susan Scala, Chula Vista Educators President. Good evening. I am happy to see this on the agenda. I think that given the circumstances, this is the right thing to do. Thank you. Next item from concerned but hopeful community member. Thank you, trustees, for taking the time to reconsider exploring the possibility going forward with the proposed Arroyo Vista Middle School expansion. My family is opposed to the opening of any more charter schools in Chula Vista. The fact that Arroyo Vista is unionized does not change the reality that charter schools take much needed ADA funding away from our already cash-strapped existing neighborhood public schools. Also, please don't forget that many charters maintain the ability to exclude certain students, i.e. special ed, behavioral issues, families unable to participate, so that a child may not even have the right to attend their own neighborhood school. Additionally, making a decision like this at a time when the public cannot fully participate and make comment, not all community members have Wi-Fi access, nor are they aware of the meeting, is unfair and poor practice for a school board such as ours. Sometimes just because you can take action doesn't mean you should. Thank you for your dedication to our community and for making reasonable and level-headed decisions. Last item is from Kate Bishop, parent and vice president of the Council of PTAs. Greetings to the board, Dr. Escobedo, and to the district staff working hard to make these meetings happen. Thank you for all you do. First off, I wanted to clarify something that was misleading in the background information on the agenda. As it reads, the charter school expansion seems to have been brought forward by Arroyo Vista Charter School. In fact, and per the meeting minutes from January 22nd, the concept of the middle school expansion was originally inquired by Trustee Tamayo. At the January meeting, Dr. Escobedo first presented on the two options for expansion into middle school grades. Either put it forth to voters, and if passed, we would need to immediately absorb 6,000 plus students, or else we could explore the option of utilizing one of our charters to expand more gradually. Trustees Tamayo and Humphrey requested to explore district options through the charter school process. Page 90 of the minutes. When the item returned for the follow-up report on February 12th, Dr. Escobedo gave a presentation on the charter expansion logistics, including possible school sites based on empty classrooms unoccupied by classes. Side note, anyone who has spent any time on a campus knows that there is no such thing as an empty room at a school. During that meeting, the idea arose that Arroyo Vista Charter School would be a good charter to expand due to its excellent quality and the fact that teachers had joined the Chula Vista Educators Union in 2019. But Susan Scala spoke on behalf of CVE, and she and two Sweetwater board members all expressed opposition to the expansion. Only at the April 22nd meeting was Arroyo Vista officially put forth as the charter in question. At that meeting, all of the public comment about this action was in opposition. Susan Scala again put forth objections on behalf of CVE, this time in the form of a resolution signed by over 100 teachers. Trustees Humphrey, Farias, and Tamayo voted to make a material change to the charter of Arroyo Vista at that time. Those are the facts that did not appear in the background information. Note that today's action item does not materially change the charter back. It only pauses or stops the exploration. Based on this vote, this expansion could pick up at any time. Please vote in favor of stopping it today. Thank you.
Trustees, comments, questions? Go ahead.
I'll make a comment. I think that one of the things that it's clear from the data that we have gathered is that there is interest, and the parents supported an option for Chula Vista Elementary to explore a middle school program. However, at the same time, we understand that Sweetwater is a great partner, and we want to work with them. And during this time, I think it's important to help the new administration in Sweetwater to transition. And it's in our power to help them. It's in our power to also acknowledge some of the questions that have been raised and do a better process that we can all support and move forward in the best interest of our community. So I'll leave it at that. I think there's comments that don't necessarily apply from the community, but.
Thank you. Do you have a comment?
I do. I agree with Trustee Tamayo in that we have a lot of parents, a lot of our community members who are interested in pursuing this, and I 100% agree that this isn't the right time. I think that we owe it to our neighboring district, our friends and colleagues, to postpone this effort, and whenever and if ever we decide to revisit, which I think that because we have so many parents, we owe it to them to do so. I think that in a collaborative manner, bringing all the stakeholders to the table and looking at how we can possibly move forward with this without hurting our neighbors. And if that's something that can be done in the future, then I think it warrants being looked at because of the parents that are, so many of them are interested in it. But for right now, I agree, this is not the time.
Do you have a comment, Trustee Bunker?
No, I think that we, in July, the AB 1505 goes into effect, and part of that says that school boards will have the authority to look at the effects of charters on the whole community, not just our district. And so I think it goes along with the new law too, that it's not just that we have the authority to do it, but that we really have the requirement morally to look at how our decisions are affecting our whole community, not just our schools. So I think this is a good time to do that. And again, I really support stopping the whole thing.
Thank you.
Can I say one more thing?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Looking at what Julie Walker, president of the Sweetwater Education Association, said, I encourage your district to take the time to truly investigate and provide real data about the effectiveness of our middle school program, and to collect the data needed to ensure that our students are doing as well as students who attend Sweetwater middle schools that we are pulling them from. So that would be some data that I think would be important to also provide, and since that seems to be a question here, that I just think that in the future, this warrants being revisited sometime down the road.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank again Board President Nicolas Segura and Interim Superintendent Dr. Moises Aguirre for joining us this afternoon. It is very refreshing to see you guys advocating for Sweetwater one more time. As you know, the vast majority of our students move on to Sweetwater. For this reason, I really believe it is important for us to really and truly collaborate. We're interested in supporting your leadership in service of all of our students, because your students are our students and our students eventually are yours. We also appreciate the feedback Chula Vista educators has provided. It is my hope that through collaboration with CVE, Sweetwater Union High School District, and the union, we can eventually honor the requests of our families that are interested in a smaller setting for their TK through 8th students. As you know, we're elected officials, and we owe it to our families to really address their needs and concerns. The vote that happened a few months ago in all due fairness was to collect data. I believe that today we're here to collaborate with you guys and to make sure that if this comes again, we collaborate with all of you to ensure that we make the best decisions for our students. Again, Thank you guys for coming. Thank you both of you for coming in good faith. And I really believe that together we're stronger. With that, I'm gonna kick it off to cease the efforts related to expansion of the middle school program through Arroyo Vista's charter school. Do we have a second?
I second.
So was that a motion to cease?
I'm gonna kick it to motion to cease this action. We have a first motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Good,
No, I
Oh.
Okay.
Giving that away. So the motion carried,
To cease.
to cease, so it sounds like the motion will carry to cease completely exploratory efforts related to the expansion of the mission. And we have a vote of 4 and then 1 abstention. So Dr. Reyes will be back in the room now. Thank you, Dr. Reyes.
Dr. Reyes is joining us now, and motion passes. We're going to be adjourning to closed session, Government Code Section 3549.1D and 54957.6, Collective Bargaining, Employee Negotiations Agency, Negotiators, Fagan, Friedman, and Fulfrost, LLP, and Adams, Silva, and McNally, LLP, Employee Organizations, Chula Vista Classified Employees Organization, Chula Vista Educators, non-represented employees. We're now adjourning to closed session.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Dr.